Alright, hi guys, my name is Simon Gansup, and today I'll be talking about Apple Pay, seamless and secure. So what is Apple Pay? Apple Pay is a digital card in your phone, iPad, or computer that is securely able to make payments. It uses NFC, near field communication, for payments. NFC basically is what you use for, let's say, your debit card or credit card, where it just says tap to pay. Now, Apple Pay can be used online, in apps, or in store in person. Now, who created it and why? Apple Pay was created and launched in 2014 by Tim Cook. It was created to revolutionize shopping in a way for it to be easier for shoppers, as well as to keep people within Apple's ecosystem and competing with other competitors like Google. Apple really wanted to keep more people within the Apple ecosystem, meaning buying more Apple products and force them to have to use Apple Pay with that. They also wanted to compete with the rise of mobile banking and online banking with Google and PayPal. Now, a general gist of Tim Cook. Tim Cook, creator of Apple Pay, was an industrial engineer at Auburn University and later focused on supply chain and management at Apple. Now, growing from his former position at Apple, he was able to have some disciplines that were negotiating with banks, credit card companies, and retailers to make Apple Pay widely accepted. Now, what makes it so good and successful? There's multiple different ways Apple Pay is so good. The number one is tap to pay. It is very easy for you to just pull out your phone and tap to pay without worrying about anything or fumbling without any cards. Number two, it is secured with Face Touch ID or password, making it very safe. It works across all Apple products, meaning Mac, iPad, phone, Apple Watch, and cards do not need to be entered manually, which can be prone to mistakes and errors. Why is it successful? Well, multiple people nowadays, or millions of people nowadays in stores, use NFC type of networking, which is the most accepted payment nowadays. What practices did they use to make the design? Apple focused on a human-centered design, meaning few steps, easy to use, and easy to set up. Also, Apple prioritized security. Tokenization, meaning a randomization token for each transaction. Authentication, meaning Face ID, Touch ID, and password. And private encryption, meaning that all the card details on Apple on your phone is not saved on the Apple servers. When breaking down the social, political, and economic impacts, socially, it encourages online banking and cashless society, however, it leaves out a certain demographic of people. Politically, it creates a bit of antitrust with NFC communication, NFC payment, as it feels like Apple is starting to become the more dominant and controlling that. And economically, it saves people time, it saves money on fraud, and it boosts Apple ecosystem. Now, the dollars reflected on Apple Pay is user control, as Apple is very much known for having a very slick and effective and clean design. Security, as Apple cares a lot about keeping everybody safe, which Apple Pay is able to do. And accessibility is making it available to more people. Now, the perspectives included and left out would be consumers and Apple ecosystem. Obviously, the convenience for consumers and the ecosystem is to bring in more users. However, people that are left out are obviously the people who don't have Apple, or people who are not very educated or at least up to date with online banking. Now, my personal viewpoints, I use Apple Pay pretty often, I would say. I think it's very effective, and I think it really does a good job in lessening the ability for me to use my wallet, which lessens the chances of me losing my phone. The only drawback is that since it's so easy to use, it creates the impulsiveness to want to spend more money because it's so easy. In conclusion, Apple Pay is revolutionary and has shifted the world into online banking even more, and will continue to expand as years go on, as it will be taking over the entire world. Thank you.